Ever wonder why some habits just, stick, even when the reward isn't always there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. That feeling of maybe this time.
Exactly. Today we're diving into that. It's called intermittent reinforcement. We've looked at some really interesting material that explains why this happens and how much it shapes our lives.
Hmm.
Our mission today is basically to unpack how these unpredictable rewards work and where we see them.
Right. And it's different from, say, continuous reinforcement. That's like giving your dog a treat every single time it sits. Simple, predictable.
Okay.
Intermittent is, well, it's not every time. Maybe sometimes you give the treat, sometimes you don't, but the possibility is still there.
Gotcha. So not guaranteed, just possible. Our sources lay out like 4 main ways this happens, 4 schedules.
That's right. 4 key patterns. First up is fixed ratio.
Fixed ratio, so reward after a specific number of actions, like piecework pay.
Exactly like that. Do 10 things, get paid.
Right.
Very clear cut. Then you've got variable ratio.
The slot machine one, right. Reward comes after a random, unpredictable number of tries.
Precisely. And that randomness, that anticipation, that's incredibly powerful. It keeps you hooked because you never know when the win is coming.
Yeah, I can see that. What else?
Then there's fixed interval. Here, the reward comes after a set amount of time has passed, provided you've done the action at least once.
Like, checking the mail around the same time every day. You know it won't come earlier, but you check once delivery time hits.
Good example. And finally, variable interval. Similar idea, but the time period is unpredictable.
So the reward could come after 5 minutes or an hour. You
Or-
just don't know when, but you have to have done the action at least once.
Right. Think checking your email randomly through the day. The unpredictability keeps you checking.
It's kind of wild how this inconsistency actually makes behaviors stronger, more resistant to stopping. Why is that?
Well, the research points to this idea of resistance to extinction. If you're used to not getting a reward every time, you don't give up easily when the rewards stop completely for a bit. You've learned that rewards are unpredictable, so you just keep going thinking, maybe the next try or the one after that. That history of inconsistency builds persistence.
Right, like losing your keys. You don't stop looking after checking one spot because you know they're somewhere. The reward finding them is expected eventually.
Exactly. And that brings us back to things like gambling addiction. That variable ratio schedule, the random wins amidst losses. It's perfectly designed, psychologically, to keep people playing.
It really is potent.
And, it crops up in everyday life too, sometimes unintentionally.
How so?
Think about parenting, maybe.
Yeah.
If a child throws a tantrum and the parent sometimes gives in just to make it stop, well, they're accidentally reinforcing the tantrums on a variable schedule.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that makes the behavior harder to get rid of later.
Definitely. Or even in teaching. While consistent praise is good, sometimes just a spontaneous, unexpected bit of really positive feedback can have a huge impact on a student's motivation.
So there are kind of healthy and unhealthy ways this plays out.
Absolutely. You could use variable praise constructively. When someone's learning a skill, it keeps them motivated, keeps them trying. That's healthy.
Okay.
But then think about a relationship where affection or approval is given really inconsistently. That can create a lot of anxiety and uncertainty. That's generally unhealthy.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I guess therapists use this knowledge too.
Oh, for sure. Understanding reinforcement schedules is fundamental in behavior therapy. You can design interventions to build better habits or reduce problematic ones by carefully managing rewards.
And does this have, like, a biological basis in the brain?
It does. Research shows these different schedules activate our brain's dopamine reward pathways in distinct ways. That unpredictability really engages the reward system.
Fascinating. Our sources also mention workplaces using this, maybe with unpredictable bonuses.
Yeah, some organizations try to leverage these principles. A surprise bonus can sometimes be more motivating, perhaps, than a predictable annual one, playing on that variable interval idea.
But there are downsides to relying too much on these external rewards.
That can be, yeah. Sometimes focusing too much on the reward can actually undermine someone's natural enjoyment or intrinsic motivation for doing the task itself. It's a balance.
Right. So wrapping up, the main thing is that it's intermittent reinforcement, this power of maybe. It's a really significant psychological force.
Definitely. It shapes so much of our persistence, our habits, sometimes without us even realizing it. From casinos to classrooms to even checking our phones.
It's everywhere.
Pretty much. That power of unpredictability is quite something.
So here's a final thought for you listening. Where do you see unpredictable rewards in your own life? What behaviors do they keep you doing, whether you want them to or not? something to chew on.